911, where's your emergency? I can't hear you. What address? I can't hear you. Give me the address again. There's gunshots. What address? Say it loud.
15 and 314 for a shooting at Century Theaters, 14300 East Alameda Avenue. They're saying somebody's shooting in the auditorium.
16, I got 7 down in theater 9. 7 down. I've got a child victim. I need rescue at the back door of theater 9 now. Inside of the theater is secure. We're bringing out bodies now. Get someone to the back as soon as you can.
Could the next mass attack happen in your town? On January 25th, 2023, the U.S. Secret Service released a groundbreaking study analyzing 173 mass attacks in public spaces between 2016 and 2020. Today we're breaking down what the report really says and what it doesn't. This 5-year study examined 173 incidents where 3 or more people were injured or killed. It focused on attacker behavior, warning signs, and prevention. The goal of the report? Understanding who commits these attacks and how communities can intervene. The report revealed key findings about attackers. 64% of attackers had a prior criminal history. 41% had a history of domestic violence. 96% were male. 73% of attacks involved weapons. 20% experienced childhood trauma. 72% faced financial strain, and 39% had housing problems. Across the 173 incidents, the most common components of motive were related to 1. Grievances, 2. Ideological, bias-related, or political beliefs, and 3. Psychotic symptoms. In total, 130 attacks, or 75%, were motivated in whole or part by one or more of these 3 motives. Half of the attackers acted out of personal grievances, often related to work, relationships, or perceived injustices. Others were motivated by hateful ideologies, including anti-government, misogynistic, or anti-Semitic beliefs. Ideology was present in 25% of attackers. The types of weapons used in the 173 mass attacks included 126, firearm attacks 28, bladed weapons 18, vehicles 6, blunt objects 3, incendiary 3, explosives, and 3 other. Nearly 3/4 of the attacks involved rifles, handguns, and shotguns. Nearly all of the 180 attackers in the study, 172 or 96%, were male. 3 attackers were transgender, and 5 were female. Ages of the 180 attackers in the mass attacks: 44 were 14 to 24 years old. 63 were 25 to 34 years old. 36 were 35 to 44 years old. 21 were 45 to 54 years old. 11 were 55 to 64 years old. 5 were 65 years and older. These attacks happened across all types of locations: businesses, schools, military bases, houses of worship, and often the attacker had a connection to the site. One of the most important findings: attackers often displayed clear warning signs known as leakage. This could include threats, grievance-filled statements, escalating anger, or telling others about their plans. These warning signs are critical. Many attacks could be prevented if the concerning behaviors recognized and reported early. Many attackers also experience mental health challenges, including depression, suicidal thoughts, and psychotic symptoms, but according to the study, mental illness alone does not predict violence. The report failed to include toxicology reports, meaning it didn't track prescription drugs, including SSRIs, illicit drugs, or alcohol use at the time of the attacks, and did not explore trends based on gender identity. The report also did not cover the decline of the U.S. society, eroding social cohesion, rising isolation, institutional decay, and cultural or moral shifts contributing to violent crime. The Secret Service study is clear. Mass attacks are complex, predictable in behavior, but not in timing. While not every angry or struggling individual becomes violent, the combination of personal grievance, stress, and opportunity can be deadly. Awareness, preparation, and community vigilance are the keys to preventing the next tragedy. Many recent studies highlight a deepening epidemic of loneliness and disconnection. So, what can communities do? Prevention remains critical. Pay attention to warning signs. Report suspicious or concerning behavior. Understand that attacks can happen anywhere in the U.S., and the best defense is awareness. Be vigilant, be aware, stay safe. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to CobraHunt for more investigative insights into hidden threats and societal trends.